Doing something for me for a change was getting my education, so I decided that Purdue Global was the way to go.
Learning should never stop.
It was definitely the right time for me.
There's more to life than just being everyday average.
This is my comeback. Start yours at purdueglobal.edu.
I know I've got a comeback in me.
I know I have a comeback in me.
I went to college right out of high school, and I failed miserably.
Business changed, and now my position requires you to have a BA.
Time for me to grow and enter the second act of my life.
I wanted that degree, so I decided to go back to school with Purdue Global.
Learning should never stop.
This is my comeback.
This is my comeback. Start yours at purdueglobal.edu.
Doing something for me for a change was getting my education, so I decided that Purdue Global was the way to go.
Learning should never stop.
It was definitely the right time for me.
There's more to life than just being everyday average.
This is my comeback. Start yours at purdueglobal.edu.
I know I've got a comeback in me.
I know I have a comeback in me.
I went to college right out of high school and I failed miserably.
Business changed, and now my position requires you to have a BA.
Time for me to grow and enter the second act of my life.
I wanted that degree, so I decided to go back to school with Purdue Global.
Learning should never stop.
This is my comeback.
This is my comeback. Start yours at purdueglobal.edu.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome. I'm Dr. Frank Dooley, Chancellor, Purdue University Global, and whether you're here with us in Irving, Texas, or participating from home, let me be the first to welcome you to our 19th commencement ceremony. Will all who are able please rise for the presentation of colors, the national anthem, and the retiring of colors.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watch were so gallantly streaming.
And the rock is regular, the bombers spinning there gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Please be seated and join me in recognizing and thanking the Irving High School Marine Corps Junior ROTC Executive Color Guard. You certainly make us proud. I'd also like to thank Alina and Dion Smith for sharing their incredible voices with us this morning. Alina is graduating today with her Bachelor's of Science in Nursing, and she already has 2 other degrees with Purdue Global, a Bachelor of Science in Healthcare Administration and a Master's of Science in Health Information Management. All right. We're not done yet. I mean, her husband, Dion, is currently a graduate student at Purdue Global. He is studying psychology, and one more, to top it off, their daughter, Krisha, is currently enrolled in our information technology program. The Smiths certainly are a Boilermaker family. All right. Now, I want to take a moment to introduce the dedicated members of our university administration and our keynote speaker who are joining today's celebration. And I'll ask them to please stand when I announce their name, and for those in the audience, let's hold our recognition till they're all standing. Members of the Board of Trustees, Dr. Paul Bott. Chief Administrative Officer and Interim Provost, Dr. Carolyn Nordstrom. And if you notice, we named a lake after her across the street, okay? Our Vice Presidents, Mr. Michael Lorenz, Strategy and Academic Operations and Registrar. Martin Pritigan, JD, the Dean of the School of Law. Dr. Melissa Birdie, the Dean of the School of Nursing. Dr. Jody DeCourt, Dean of the School of Multidisciplinary and Professional Studies. Dr. Jeff Buck, Dean of the School of Business and Information Technology. Our Mace Bearer, Faculty Senate member and professor, Ms. Olivia Steenberg, and our keynote speaker, Ms. Walda Collins, Purdue Global alumnus, class of 2022. Thank you for joining us. And then last but not least, with the Purdue Global and Purdue University staff who are assisting in implementing this memorable day, would you please stand or wave so we can simply thank you for making this a great day? Where are you? There they are. All right, if you allow me a moment, there's an old saying, and I am old, so there's an old saying that goes like this: the more things change, the more they stay the same. And we've certainly seen some changes in recent years in higher education, and one of the biggest changes is the way that people earn their degree, fully online, just like all of you have, okay? Artificial intelligence, once, a thing of the very off future, is now a reality. We're seeing it being used in so many ways, like to build sophisticated equipment for diagnosis in healthcare, vehicles that drive themselves, and e-commerce to improve a customer experience. We're also beginning to see it in education. Although it's still very much a human-influenced industry, artificial intelligence has helped to increase efficiencies and personalized learning. The future's here, and I know some of you will work with these technologies as you move forward. Others may go on to advance them. Either way, I can't wait to see and hear what your futures hold. Now today, we're also so grateful to be able to provide a ceremony that brings us together no matter where we are around the globe, either virtually or here in Irving, Texas. So let's celebrate that. Graduates, it's quite remarkable. At today's ceremony, you represent almost every state and places from around the world, like Aruba, the Bahamas, Canada, the Czech Republic, Germany, India, Mexico, the Philippines, Spain, Turkey, and U.S. Virgin Islands. And I simply love that we remain close at Purdue Global as we recognize your accomplishments today. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb, and graduates, you truly are wonderful, and you're wearing all these, you look really good, okay? But I'm just gonna bet that you didn't get to this momentous day on your own. Balancing school, work, life, family is not an easy task. And what'd you do? You leaned on family, you leaned on friends, your children, coworkers for encouragement and support throughout your journey at Purdue Global. And I know each of them is as proud of you as I am. But let's take a moment to thank your support system and show them some appreciation. We're all blessed by the great support system we've had during your journey. All right, now we're honored today that our Purdue Global student body has almost 5,000 active duty, National Guard, and Reserve military members serving around the globe, over 1,500 military family members, and over 3,000 veterans. It's almost 10,000 military learners with Purdue Global. Would each of you in the audience today who is active service member or a veteran, please stand. Thank you much for your service. And so while I'm at it, let me share a little bit that makes your class in our university so remarkable. Will graduates who are attending today as the first generation graduate, would you please rise and then stay standing? And what a first gen means, you're the first person in your family to attend college, complete your degree, all right? They're up. All right. Ooh. Now stay up. You don't get to sit down yet. And just so you know, myself and others on the stage are also first-gen college graduates. Will graduates who held a job or were in the service while attending school please rise and then remain standing? And if you're already standing, would you raise your right hand? Okay. Will graduates who cared for a child or other dependent while obtaining their degree please rise and remain standing? And for those, if you're already up, now your left hand goes up, right? Yeah, you can put your hands down. We're not doing the hokey pokey, okay? There are almost half of you caring for a child or other dependent. So thank you, and it tells us who we are. Okay? And sometimes you probably thought you were the only ones dealing with all of this. No, all of you did. So please sit. And just in addition to those of us joining today, in the last year we've graduated over 11,000 people from Purdue Global. In the last 5 years, over 53,000 people have obtained their degree from Purdue Global. So what you have done is remarkable. You completed your education while dealing with everything that life threw your way. It takes a lot of hard work, dedication to get to where you are today. You should be incredibly proud. I am. All right. Now, it is my distinct honor to introduce our commencement speaker, Walda Collins. Walda Collins is a Purdue Global alumnus. She graduated in 2022 with her Bachelor's of Science degree in Professional Studies. She is also a 23-year Marine veteran. She is a chef. She's an author. She's a speaker. She's a grandma. She's joining us today from San Antonio. Walda Collins, please come up here and share. All right.
Well, congratulations to this graduating class of 2024. Purdue Global graduates, you look absolutely amazing. Go ahead, you can clap. You've achieved a great milestone. But look around the room and take in the beauty of what you see. To your left and to your right are some amazing people who know just what it took to be where you are today. And I too, I know what that's like. And I know all of you are sitting in your seat today for different reasons. We all have our own push, our own motivations, our own why. For me, I wouldn't be standing here on this stage without the wonderful, God-given people in my life. I want to take just a moment to thank my husband of 28 years, who couldn't be here today, for his unfailing love and support. My sons, Zachary and Keith Jr., they were and still are my why. And I'm sure many of you have your reasons why you decided to stick with this journey. And then I'm ever so grateful for these two little people who will forever be the hitch to the rest of my journey that keeps my why going. My grandkids, Soraya and Nakobe. Aren't they cute? Whatever your reason may be for accomplishing this great milestone, I know it required some pushing, pulling, and straining to get here. I know it was a battle. Some of you wanted to give up and throw in the towel, but life threw it right back at you and said, you're too close to give up now. Some of you wanted to quit, but the warrior in you wouldn't allow you to. I know all too well what that's like. Much like a diamond, it requires intense heat and a collision with purpose to discover the potential and power you already possess. The late renowned author and leadership coach, Dr. Miles Monroe, once said, "You must decide if you're going to rob the world or bless it with the rich, valuable, potent, untapped resources locked away within you." I've come to know warriors don't make excuses. They build expectations. Warriors possess a deliberate expectation to succeed. Warriors understand that before every birth, there will be a battle. You've had to endure the rigors of growing beyond your reach, learning when it was most discomforting, and grinding constantly to complete this journey. But guess what? You're here. And you, my friends, you are warriors. A warrior isn't cocky, but confident in their abilities. A warrior isn't arrogant, but bold in their decree of what they will achieve. A warrior doesn't wander aimlessly. A warrior is strategic and intentional in executing their plan. In my journey of becoming a United States Marine, I had no idea those initial 13 weeks would change the trajectory of my life. And like so many of you who may be retired or still actively serving, I too stood face to face with fear, danced toe to toe with uncertainty, and battled a mountain of challenges. But in the end, after serving 23 years, 8 months, 11 days, 4 hours, and 32 minutes, I knew I gained the foundation for my next something great. You too will be confronted with challenges that will cause you to pivot and change. You'll then have to decide if you have what it takes to remain committed. And this is how you know. You know you've been challenged when the trials test you beyond your perceived ability. You know you've met the challenge when you stood boldly to defy the odds that confront you. Without challenges, there is no growth. Without growth, there is no change. Challenges awaken the brilliance and ignite your propensity to change. So don't fear change. Change in itself is powerful. When you change the way you think, it will change and shift the trajectory of your life. When you embrace change, it will propel you to push past pain, maximize your potential, walk boldly in purpose, and stand firm in your power. Change is a necessary entity to accomplish your goals. Change unleashes aspirations and garners commitment to remain steadfast. Have you ever wanted something so badly, but you couldn't commit to what it took to obtain it? Not you, but maybe someone you know. Because when I look around this room, I see warriors. I see warriors. So many people have missed opportunities, unachieved goals, and unfulfilled dreams because they lacked commitment. A warrior must have a no matter what mentality. A warrior remains committed until the battle is won. So I say to every warrior in the room today, be bold and step into your greatness. You have welcomed the challenge, embraced change, and travailed in your commitments. You've broken away from the social norms and remained committed to your purpose. Continue to face life challenges and embrace all the changes. And in doing so, it will unleash the warrior in you. So congratulations to each and every one of you, for you are destined for greatness.
Kind of hard to follow that, isn't it? Amazing. Thank you, Walda. Hearing from our alumni about their careers, their accomplishments, their experiences is simply inspiring to us. And, you know, graduates, like Walda, you continually persisted in your pursuit of completing your studies and earning your degree. The stories that you share with us show that. And you've had your comeback, is the way we look at it, and you're on to the next chapter of your life, just like Walda said. Now, let's look at some more highlights of our outstanding graduates. First thing I want to do is I want to recognize our doctoral graduates. A doctoral degree is the highest degree that you can attain in a given field. And did you know that only 2% of the nation's population has a doctoral degree? This is an incredible accomplishment. If you're one of our doctoral graduates, would you please rise? All right, you can sit again. Thank you. Now let's go on to our master's graduates. Like our doctoral graduates, you'll notice they're wearing hoods, and the hoods are a symbolism of their high achievement. And you see a variety of hood colors as each one represents the graduate's program of study. And those who have earned a master's degree make up only 9% of our nation's population. You too are a remarkable group. Will the master's candidates please rise, be recognized? Thank you. You can be seated. And let's go with a special congratulations to the doctoral of nursing graduates and all of our master's degree graduates wearing white and gold cords. This symbolizes a very high GPA. Very impressive. All right. Now, if you're one of our undergraduates, we're going to give some recognition to you for high academic honors. So that means you had a high cumulative grade point average in your associate's or bachelor's program. The graduates who receive cum laude honors are wearing white cords which signify their achievement. Will the associate's and bachelor's degree candidates who earn cum laude please rise? There they are. There they are. Okay. Okay, you can be seated. Graduates earning magna cum laude honors have earned a high cumulative GPA of at least 3.8. They're wearing silver cords to recognize their achievement. And would you please stand? Let's recognize you. Well done, and please be seated. And then finally, we get to this group that I'm going to tell you as a student, I never experienced this. We have a set of students who are summa cum laude graduates, which means they earned A's, so they have a perfect 4-point GPA in all of their courses. Will the summa cum laude graduates please rise and show off those gold cords? Yeah, you can show them off even. Please be seated. And I would wear those cords to work on Monday, okay? Well, get somebody to ask them, what's that signifying? It signifies incredible achievement. All right, graduates, today is a day to celebrate you, and finishing a degree can bring about a flurry of emotions. You've shared your sentiments and how you feel, and these are some meaningful reminders of all that you have accomplished to get to where you are today, to become that diamond that Walda talked about. We see your smiling faces, and we share in your pride and your excitement. And guess what? It's now time for the reason we're all here today, to recognize our graduates by awarding you your degrees. All right, let's do, we should be clapping a little more, right? And you know, I drive the people who try to organize this event a little bit crazy because I go off script once in a while. We have so many people in the room who've come to celebrate you, but we also have people in the room who've come to learn about Purdue Global. And one of the things you know, like we said, we're now at 53,000 graduates, I think. We're a growing momentum. And more people, because of graduates like you, are discovering what a powerful entity we are for change. You talked about change, right? Change starts with people. And change starts with educated people leading the world. And in the room, we have friends from Houston, from a little hospital called Memorial Hermann, and they've been watching us and saying, you guys are pretty cool. So we have friends like that, and we're looking forward to an incredible future. All right. Now, we're going to proudly recognize all of our graduates participating virtually from around the world. So if you're from home, please rise for the conferral of your degree. Exercising the authority of the trustees of Purdue University Global, legally vested by the people of the state of Indiana, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I now confer upon each of you the doctoral, master's, bachelor's, associate, or certificate with all the rights, privileges, duties, and responsibilities of that degree. Congratulations to our virtual graduates. I'm now going to turn it over to the deans and the school representatives to present their candidates so they can be formally recognized.
Will the School of Law Juris Doctor and Executive Juris Doctor candidates please rise? Chancellor Dooley, these graduates have successfully fulfilled the requirements of Purdue Global Law School, and with the approval of the faculty, they are now being presented to you to be formally recognized for their degree. You may now be seated. And now Dr. Birdie from the School of Nursing.
School of Nursing candidates, as I call your degree level, please rise and remain standing. Doctor of Nursing Practice, Postgraduate Certificate, Bachelor of Science in Nursing, and Associate of Science in Nursing. Chancellor Dooley, these graduates have successfully fulfilled the requirements for the School of Nursing, and with the approval of the faculty, they are now being presented to you to be formally recognized for their degree. You may now be seated. And now, Dr. DeCourt from the School of Multidisciplinary and Professional Studies.
School of Multidisciplinary and Professional Studies candidates, as I call your degree level, please rise and remain standing. Bachelor degree candidates. Associate degree candidates. Chancellor Dooley, these graduates have successfully fulfilled the requirements of the School of Multidisciplinary and Professional Studies, and with the approval of faculty, they are now being presented to you to be formally recognized for their degree. You may now be seated. And now, Dr. Buck from the School of Business and Information Technology.
School of Business and Information Technology candidates, as I call your degree level, please rise and remain standing. Master degree candidates. Bachelor degree candidates. Associate degree candidates. And certificate candidates. Chancellor Dooley, these graduates have successfully fulfilled the requirements of the School of Business and Information Technology. And with the approval of the faculty, they are now being presented to you to be formally recognized for their degree. You may now be seated. Dr. Dooley, all of the candidates have been presented.
Thank you. All right. Now you're just seated. Will all of the candidates please rise for the conferral of your degree? Exercising the authority of the trustees of Purdue University Global, legally vested by the people of the state of Indiana, and upon the recommendation of the faculty, I now confer upon each of you the doctor's, master's, bachelor's, associate, or certificate with all of the rights, privileges, duties, and responsibilities of that degree. As evidence of this great achievement, you will now be formally recognized, and you may be seated. All right, let's...
Elizabeth Acevedo Medrano. Ashley Adams Person. Uchenna Agello. Cynthia Albiar. Brianna Alfaro, U.S. Army. Cleopatra Alfred, U.S. Navy. Ola Al-Haddad. Lisa Allen. Kennedy Anderson. Stephanie Andrade. Clifton Adelig. Catherine Aibar. Brenda Aiden. Brian Bena Meneses, U.S. Army. Wendy Bailey. Alexandra Banks. Emily Banks. Logan Barajas. Robert Barber. Yannick Barker. Jessica Beavers. Tyra Bell. Kelly Berquist. Lorena Bissell. Brittany Black, U.S. Navy. Taylor Blican. Nicole Blymeyer. Gabrielle Bobson. Darnasia Bogans, U.S. Navy. Crystal Bollinger, U.S. Army veteran. Zanea Bowes. Emily Brainerd. Sarah Brennan. Catherine Bronish. April Brown, U.S. Marines. Cameron Brown, U.S. Navy veteran. Mark Brown, U.S. Marines veteran. Raymond Brunel. Andrea Bryant, U.S. Army. Lisa Buchanan, U.S. Army veteran. Clayton Buck, U.S. Army. Catherine Burke, U.S. Air Force veteran. Trisha Burke. Brittany Burnham. Bailey Burwell. Danielle Buskey. Angela Butler. Charles Sikora, U.S. Army. Jessica Campbell, U.S. Army veteran. Tiffany Campbell. Terrell Cannon. Kiri Karf. Devin Carney. Nancy Caribou. Leva Carroll. Olivia Carter. Angel Caskey. Hayden Casper. Darlene Cassius. Joshua Castillo, U.S. Marines. Brianna Cathcart. Pablo Ceja. Stephanie Chang. Gail Chapman. Mariano Che. Christian Cherrybon, U.S. Army veteran. Ifoma Chinidu. Erica Chosvig. Alyssa Chupp. Gimaldo Cedar. Carlos Alberto Cirillo Guizar. Jacqueline Clemens. Christopher Clyburn, U.S. Army veteran. Emily Coburn. Bernardino Coelho, U.S. Army veteran. Cherie Collet. Nathaniel Coleman, U.S. Army. David Coles, U.S. Army veteran. Rico Colazzo, U.S. Marines veteran. Cynthia Collins. Guadalupe Contreras. Jamie Copeland. Kayla Cortez. Estelle Coston. Rebecca Countermine. Sarah Cooper. Jonathan Cox. Julian Cox, U.S. Navy veteran. Jamie Krenka. Shannon Crost. Brooke Cunningham. Beatrice Corbello. Tana Daly. Matthew Dacko. Natalie Danos. Charlene Davis. Christopher Davis. Tabitha Davis. Joffrey DeCastro. Jessica Deering. Ryan DeBurr, U.S. Army. Judith Dejoie. Jillian Dennis. Kyle Diaz, U.S. Army veteran. Samantha Diaz. Honor Dizdar. Amy Doan Spencer. Michelle Domke. Faith Danyez. Joshua Donley, U.S. Army. Kaylee Dowling. Michaela Downs. Jada Dozier, U.S. Marines. Adil Dreeve, Megan Driver, Christina Duckett, Travis Duncan Jr., Gwyneth Durso, Amy Edinger, U.S. Army, Greer Edwards, Takara Edwards, U.S. Army, Brenda Ergod, Mercy Elachu, Gift Elenga, Shamika Ellie, Sarah Ilfera, Danielle Elliott, Travis Ellsworth, U.S. Air Force, Nicole Elston, Uriel Espinosa Hernandez, U.S. Marines, Oscar Estrada, U.S. Army veteran, Amber Evans, U.S. Army veteran, Chris Fabos, Isis Fabre O'Donoghue, Rihanna Fagan, Charles Faircloth, Gada Farhat, Akintayo Fansumwashi, Erica Felder, Alexis Farrow, Carrie Fink, Nicole Finney, Saria Fizette, Charles Fitzgerald, Kimberly Flake, Telika Folks, Fatima Ford, Yvonne Foster, Shandell Faust, Sean Frankenstein, Mindy Freed, Anna Fuller, Stephanie Gabriel, U.S. Army, Joseph Gamble, U.S. Navy veteran, Danica Geiselman, J.C. Gentleman, April Gibson, Shauna Gillenwater, Michael Gillum, U.S. Army, Alexandra Gilliam, Krista Giltner, Melissa Giovannioli, U.S. Army veteran, Samantha Glover, U.S. Air Force, Joseph Gomez, U.S. Navy, Donna Gonzalez, Gabriel Gonzalez, Victor Gonzalez, Yareline Gonzalez Sanchez, Reagan Goodamut, Dorothy Goodman, Kylie Graham, U.S. Air Force, Colby Graves, U.S. Army veteran, Letitia Green, Brittany Grenier, Ambry Greer, Ruth Griffin, Harmony Growth, Katarzyna Grupka, Jake Groover, U.S. Army veteran, Gabriel Guerrero, U.S. Army, Dominique Guanasso, Kyle Habig, Murad Hamad, Amanda Haney, Shamitria Harris, Tori Harris, Harley Ann Harrison, Tiffany Hathcock, Haley Hechtman, Amber Henderson, April Hernandez, Emily Heron, Lilia Herrera, U.S. Army veteran, Justin Hyatt, Alara Hogan, Jacob Hogenkamp, U.S. Army, Joshua Holcomb, U.S. Army, Angela Hawley, Aaron Holliday, Daphne Holston, Courtney Hood, Jasmine Hornick, U.S. Army, Andriana Hoskins, Ashley Householder, Jessica Hauser, U.S. Air Force, Angel Howard, Indy Howard, Justin Hunt, Felicia Hurd, Catherine Imbia, Chelsea May Intharawan, U.S. Navy veteran, Abimbola Iwegbalam, Jaquil Jackson, U.S. Air Force veteran, Michael Jackson, Tirona Jackson, Danielle Jacobson, Araz Jamal, Sharma Jean-Jacques, Caden Jenkins, U.S. Army veteran, Christina Jernigan, Christopher Jesuobo, Crystal Johnson, Douglas Johnson, U.S. Marines, Holly Johnson, Tiffany Johnson, Zoe Joyner, U.S. Army, Christina Jones, Lauren Jones, Marcus Jones, Renee Joseph, Victoria Junius, Genesis Keith, Michael Kempker, U.S. Air Force veteran, Madeline Kidder, Isabel Kim, Imka Kiesta, Cody Cleathermus, Isabella Klein, Sierra Kneifel, Corinne Knutson, Tatum Coons, Sonia Kristanova, Shannon Lacey, Francisco Lainez Micolo, Rebecca Lamar, Latanya LaRosa, Catherine Lee, Stephen Lee, Nicole Leonard, Tim Latendre, Nicole Lewis, Tessa Lewis, Tina Logan, Matthew Long, Stephanie Longenecker, Karina Longstreet, Jose Manuel Lopez, Nicole Lorden, Jamon Lattimore, Nicolette Lucas, Tyler Lucci, Priscilla Lucio, U.S. Army veteran, Viviana Lugo, Laura Lupus. Robert Lyons. Danielle McBride. Jeffrey Mangold, U.S. Marines. Carrie Manley. Destiny Manley. Sarah Manley. Rosalind Manning. Cassandra Manrique. Anushka Marate. Courtney Mara. Ashley Marshall, U.S. Marines veteran. Shamir Martin. Jetta Martin. Estefania Martinez. Maria Magdalena Martinez. Virginia Martinowitz. Nadine Massey. Asif Masood. Afton Mathis. Stephen Matheson. Vernica Maxwell Crudup, U.S. Army. Rebecca Mayfield. Ashley McLean. Lisa McCormick. Marquis McCullough. Brianna McDonald. Kelly McDonald. Ashley McDowell. Jana McGee. Kelsey McGonigal. Brianna McGraw. Lamarcus McGriff, U.S. Army. Tracy McLaurin. Hannah McMean, U.S. Army. Don McWayne. Alexandra Mead. Jacob Medinger. Janet Magella. Linda Mendieta Cisneros. Linda Mendieta. Gerline Milam. Khadija Minhas. Cheyenne Miotti. Douglas Mixon Jr. Molly Montoya, U.S. Army. Danielle Moore, U.S. Army. Melissa Moore. Jose Moreno, U.S. Army. Catherine Morley, U.S. Navy veteran. Kara Morris. Teresa Morrison, U.S. Army veteran. Brittany Moyer. Chris Mudachi, U.S. Army. Megan Mulvena. Ashley Murray. Lisa Myers. Victoria Mislinski. Clarissa Nahira. Sheila Nakalika. Simran Nayar. Fovenga Nze Ntuv. Chizoba Ningeti. Chase Negabauer. Alexandra Newland. Garrett Newman, U.S. Air Force veteran. Min Nguyen. Deborah Nicely. Brianna Nicholson. Amanda Nolt. Thomas Nyangani, U.S. Marines veteran. Mitchell O'Brien. Alexander O'Farrell. Azine Obi. Olivia Odebralski, U.S. Army veteran. Dawn Odell, Tina O'Laughlin, Brett Olbreeze, Mario Orsini, U.S. Army, Cynthia Ortiz, Jaslyn Ortiz, Susan Ortiz, Rose Osuji, Dawn Page, Marinee Palacio, U.S. Air Force, Kaylee Pang, Oceana Papillon Blunt, Rochelle Parker, Gabrielle Parks, Melissa Parr, Aaron Patrick, Tracy Perez, Amelia Perry, Christopher Peterson, U.S. Air Force veteran, Michelle Petrowski, Grace Pham, Destiny Phillips, Germani Pierre, Kainita Pitts, Evelyn Plummer, U.S. Air Force, Nicole Polk, Charlene Porath, Heidi Powers, Matthew Prinz, Adriana Prosperi, Emily Pugh, Osmo Rababe, Sky Rackner, Jeremy Radke, U.S. Army, Rashmi Raghu Kumar, Justin Rainey, Katrina Ramirez, Emily Ramsey, Tara Ranks, Janine Redman, Rakenza Reese Hackney, Gabrielle Reed, Ebony Reinhardt, Marcelina Reyes, Ren Ivan Reyes, Jennifer Rhodes, Brittany Roan, Murtis Richards, U.S. Army, Timothy Robbins, Alana Roberts, Tamir Robinson, Brandy Rodriguez, Jacob Rodriguez, U.S. Marines, Katie Rollins, Thomas Romero, Zachary Rosa, U.S. Army, Michael Rose, Matthew Rude, Rogelio Ruiz Fuerte, U.S. Army, Linda Rushing, Zachary Rice, Sierra Sadusky, U.S. Army, Jessica Sampson, Tierra Sanders, Brenda Sandiero, U.S. Army, Anvita Sunke Pali, Joseph Sarmiento, U.S. Army, Dmitry Sataev, U.S. Army, Erica Schmidt, Johanna Scott, Keisha Scott, Michael Session, Shahrzad Shadmani, Jane Shao, Ethan Shaw, LaQuester Shepherd, James Shoemaker, Rebecca Chirac, Stormy Silva, Teresa Silverest, U.S. Navy veteran, Raven Simmons, Dejaira Simpson, Mackenzie Sims, Ramit Singh, Austin Singleton, U.S. Air Force, Cordisha Skinner, Alexis Sledge, John Smith, U.S. Coast Guard, Logan Smith, Matthew Smith, U.S. Marines, Palmer Smith, U.S. Army, Tina Smith, U.S. Air Force, Travanti Smith, U.S. Marines, Christina Snyder, U.S. Army veteran, Nicole Sogamonian, Lauren Souter, Elijah Spatz, Jacob Spitznagel, U.S. Army, Christiana Stalniker, Aaliyah Standridge, Justy Stang, Kelly Starnes, Savannah Stidham, Sarah Stortz, Stacy Stotler, Erica Stushin, Alex Stiles, U.S. Army, Yvette Superales, Misty Sutley, Shahryar Syed, Sierra Seister, David Sylvia, Beatrice Tamames, Chance Tate, U.S. Navy, Serena Taranchi, Courtney Terra, Justin Thomas, U.S. Marines veteran, Marquise Thomas, U.S. Navy, Nanya Thomas, Shanice Thomas, Gina Thompson, Janessa Thompson, Joshua Thompson, Philip Thompson, Sandra Thompson, Selena Thornton, Franz Timble, Stephen Timmer, Emily Tipton, Kimberly Tolnai, Rochelle Tract, John Paul Trias, Kayla Tubbs, Jared Twilley, U.S. Army veteran, Austin Tyler, Laura Uribe, Leslie Vayner, Stacy Valdivia, Blanca Varela, Francis Marie Vasquez, Shalaika Velez, Benjamin Vendel, Larissa Vinciaguerra, Stephen Vinson, U.S. Marines, Lauren Voss, Logan Walden, Jeffrey Walker, Jennifer Walters, Penny Walters, Mickey Lynn Watkins, O'Brien Watts. Paul Wisman, U.S. Army. Beverly Ann White. Nicola White. Gary White II, U.S. Army. Aaron Whitehurst. Tia Wiley, U.S. Army veteran. Brock Willie, U.S. Army. Brandy Williams. Nacelle Williams. Jordan Williamson, U.S. Army. Elisa Wilson. Matthew Wilson, U.S. Army. Tara Wilson. Kendra Wilson Milliner. Jessica Wyndham. Catherine Worthington. Jia Wu. Katie Xia. Jessica Yaden. Crystal Yurden. Christopher Young, U.S. Army. Nicholas Young. Annalise Zamaripa Zuha. Carly Zanato, U.S. Air Force. Jason Zaitis.
And now it's time for the ceremonial tassel turning. Graduates, please rise. And if you're a graduate participating from home, please put on your cap and tassel if you're not already wearing it. As the Chancellor of Purdue University Global, I now invite you to participate in the tradition that will signify your new status. Graduates, as you are now part of the graduating class of Purdue University Global, you may change your tassel to the left side of your mortarboard. All right, you did it. I just got to say one thing. I didn't hear any cowbells today. I'm wondering about this. We are in Texas. Come on. Ah! You could ring them a little louder because this is a big day. Come on. One more time for us. All right. Final thing. Final thing. There is a tradition at Purdue that I want to share with you. Is Pete still in the room? Well, he didn't graduate, so he had to leave, all right? We have a tradition at Purdue that I want to share with you. We go, boiler up, hammer down, and hail Purdue Global. So let's do it all together. Boiler up, hammer down, hail Purdue Global. All right, you got it.